Cha-cha-cha-cha. Welcome. Okay, today we're going to be talking about making glitch fills quickly using the source audio of your track to keep it cohesive and sick. Because if you're anything like me, every phrase, every turnaround, you want some kind of thwickety-pa, some cool thing. So we're going to be doing it with this track I'm working on with my buddy Crunkle Stiltskin and vocals from the incomparable Dice 51. Let's start. I'll just run you the track.
Oh God. Yeah. Caviar, camouflage, smoke screen in full effect. Roaches underneath my feet, I should bullshit less. It's not work, but I'll still work on it. Could be worse, but first, write a verse, purge chronic. Blur sonic visions, untangle brain chemistry. Jane mentally mixed with K, Hennessy, whips of nitrous. Might just do the trick though, slip low under the bass, rip slow. It's nice to take a breather. I've been feeling fear and loathing, crawling deeper in the ether. If the reaper turns creeper, I will be my brother's keeper. Tweakers do what they do, but I spot a snitch like a seeker. Look for gold in the Colorado mountainside. Look for love in girls' hips. Yeah, I took the gold plus about an extra ounce of eyes. And baby girl with the lips. Rorschach tested, family approved. Ink blotches paved the way to getting paid in my tomb. Murals of my name splattered high for the legacy. And enough cheese to feed the seeds ahead of me.
Fun little jam, I think. Dropped it at Meow Wolf. It was sick, no big deal. It's coming along. I think, though, that, and you can see that I've marked most of these little drum fills suck. We got just like single kick, single snares. I bounced the whole thing. This is just a clip of the song. I bounced it down to 2 tracks, the vocal and the beat. For the reasons are twofold. Firstly, for the sake of my CPU, my poor little computer is already 300,000 degrees Kelvin. I don't know if that's hotter than Celsius. I don't know. And secondly, so that we can just chop and slice out of the beat itself to get our sources for our glitches. This is actually my 3rd time recording this video because I don't understand how OBS works, and I recorded it twice without any audio, so you could say my channel is off to a kickin' wonderful start, but that means I already have some ideas of how we're going to go about this. So, let's jump right in. Let's start with Sucks 1. Because it sucks the onest.
As a baby girl with the lips.
Okay, so the first method I really like to do for going about glitching is we're going to take this guy and we're going to put it into a series of samplers, each doing different things to the audio, and be able to scrub our way through these different channels of this sampler. So let's pop one of those bad boys, get that sucker, and throw this sucker in here. You know what? Actually, let's do it. I'm gonna slice the clip to a new MIDI track, so I just get everything I want, how I want it, by transient, bada bang, zero this guy, and now, bring that up. Ooh, sorry. Cool, so there, here, let's check the level. Dialing in. Comfortable. Okay, so, we're gonna quantize those, legato so that we have beautiful. And now we're gonna group this and make several chains of this sampler, each doing different cool things to the audio. So I like to have one that is reversed, so we'll select all of these and hit reverse on them. There's one done. Cruising along, the next will not be so easy. Let's do one that's got a cool, like really fast ARP. And I'm going to use an LFO to move that rate around so that it's constantly giving us different little dudes. In the first video I did it on a sine, but in this one let's do it on a random. We'll map that right there and then kind of dial it in so it hangs out in this sweet spot the first like 2/3 2/3-ish of the dude there. Cool. So we have a nice little glitchy one like that. I also wanted to do, I'm kind of just running off what I did in the first video because it was sick, dogs. I wish you could have seen it. Oh, I was killing it. I was in fine form. Same thing, LFO on that. Boom, 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 boom. LFO that, but keep it in that nice little sweet spot of maybe some more. And I don't know. I don't want it to go quite so far. This is why I really like this kind of glitching, is you have to kind of set these parameters so that it's slightly randomized, conditional, if you will, but in a zone that's going to make sense and be cohesive. And that's just kind of like this really soothing process to me of dialing it all in. Let's get another one going. What can we do to this fucker? Let's get... That's kind of cool, but I wonder if we can... If we do a velocity randomization thing on this and then set that velocity guy... It's not exactly doing what I want, but I'll still take this one. It's kind of a cool little effect, and let's get one more. What are some fun effects? Ooh, you know what? I wanted to keep these as much stock as I could, but you know what? See, you saw some stock shit. Now let me show you some other shit. For this guy, the U-bit grains and pitch does all kinds of just effed up S. So we'll get one LFO, rocking the grain size. Are we soloed on the right one? Why are you fucking working, dog? Let's do one on scaling. I don't know why it's not fucking cruising along doing its sick business. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're in business. So there's a bunch of those. And in chains, what we're going to do is we're going to distribute these ranges evenly so that now we have... And we can map that to a macro. And so now I believe we're on a triplet grid here. Where are you hitting? Oh, well, you're just a little, you're a little, what's the word? Ornery. So, anyway, back to business. Now, we can, boom, 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 boom. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, god damn it. Oh, god damn it. Oh, god damn it. I look like an idiot on YouTube. Okay, we're just gonna start. Selecting different regions of this chain. I like the last one to be reversed. You kind of dig it back in there. And then let's get these two hits to be different things. Oh, bam. Sick. So now we'll resample a couple passes, because since those LFOs are moving, it's going to be slightly different every time. It's going to be a little unpredictable. And so we're going to resample several passes of this that then we can scrub through and pick the versions that we like and kind of comp them together. And so you're gonna lose my voice while I solo this, and I'm gonna use that time to drink some beer. I'll see you on the other side. Nice. So there's a sick nasty bunch of audio that we can kind of. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop it into like 4 sections for each of the 4 beats, and then we're gonna scrub through each of those and find the bits that we like the most. I told you I was drinking. So we'll go snip, snip, snip. And then we'll do it in even bar things so we know we've got the right beats in the right places. So this one's the second beat. I like that. I dig that. Let's hear that in context.
As a baby girl with about an extra ounce of eyes, and baby girl with the lips. Rorschach.
Yeah, and we'll go in and we'll process all these in a little bit. So let's get this guy out of the way for now and move on to the next one. For this one, I would like to do chopping by audio, I believe. I think is the fun. Let's get it down to like, let's grab a few of these. Let's do like bap, 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 bap. And these ones will feed. And then I think I would like another triplet hit here. And so we'll get to a triplet grid, we'll grab this guy, we'll put it here, and maybe pitch it up. And let's grab one of these kicks and maybe get a little triplet thing right here. Bring it down. And maybe another one right here, just to kind of get this triplet thing started off from the jump, so you kind of anticipate that groove coming in, but let's give it some weird texture. Okay, let's call that one a keeper. And I like that because it's, just keep it quick and dirty. I'm going to move all these down to kind of their own sample that we'll go through and do some fun stuff to in a little bit. So this one, I want to kind of do the same chaining thing we were doing before. Let's do it a little differently. Instead of being in the sampler, let's do it a little more effects heavy. Slice it by samples, laser, blank, and this is like a little slicing preset I've set up that's just a sampler with all the volume to velocity turned off, everything turned off. Shout out to Ned Rush for that one. Shout out to Ned Rush for pretty much everything I know. You should check out his channel. He's amazing. So what we can do with this is maybe we can like switch up the rhythm a little bit. Bo, bo, bo. Bo, bo, bo. Bo, bo. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll start doing the same chaining thing. But instead of doing things with, well, I might do a few things within the sampler. We'll just see. Let's just see. But I'm gonna try to do a lot of them with effects and see what kinds of cool things we can pull out of just using some of these. Like flangers can add a really cool delay thing. Right in there, that's cool. So I might, well, it's kind of unpredictable, but let's drop an LFO on it and just see what happens. That's my motto. See what happens, dude. Just kind of like do whatever. Let's do that. So again, that one's going to be kind of random from time to time, depending on when it hits, and so we'll do a couple resample passes. Let's drop ourselves another one of these fuckers. What other cool effects do we have? I might use that Ubik thing again. Let's see what we have that everyone has first, though, just for the... Oh, Corpus is always fun. We could do, let's try pipe. That's tight. Like a little fucking plucky poing, poing, poing. Maybe turn it down. Oh, I have them all playing. I'm sorry. My bad. Like I say, this is my third time through the video. I'm a little about the whole thing. And then on this one I am going to do the Ubik thing because I just like it. It's cool. We'll do the same LFO on the grains and the scaling and maybe one other LFO. Let's just get nuts with it. We could maybe also do an LFO on the transposition, but being just a kick drum, that might get kind of weird. I don't know. I like weird. I don't know, man. Like I told you in the intro, if you guys watched it, this is just hanging out. Ooh. Let's... Ugh, love. So there's, you know, 4 of those. That's probably enough for the couple beats we're doing. And we'll do this. You know what? This one, instead of actually controlling the chain, we're going to distribute the ranges of the velocity. We're going to velocity and random and do the dinosaur. So now we're going to do a random velocity, so each time one of these hits, it's going to trigger a different one of these chains. Sick, nasty. And then we'll do a couple resamples of that, as is the tradition here. I'm getting a whole lot of that twangy Corpus one, and I think that's a sick sample, but I don't want to overdo it. So we can just go ahead and, like, every time that one hits, we can kind of slice it through to a different hit. just scrubbing through. Damn it. See, everywhere it like looks like there's audio, it's one of those big corpus ones. That's kind of cool. I'm into that. It gets a little choppy. I'm deciding if I want to leave these. Now we're talking. Beautiful. And I mean, like that little space in there I created, that's just another place for another little glitch fill, dude. You can do this. I kind of like leaving, like creating those spaces kind of just like begs to have you glitch further. So we got another one here. This one, I already think I know what I want to do with. And by the way, like I said, I recorded this video before, so I actually went through and have made all of the sick glitches I'm gonna use for the song. I might use some of these ones actually, because they're pretty sick, but so I know actually this one I want to do. I'm gonna try to deviate. I'm gonna break it up. Oops, I want to duplicate and then deviate. Bam, bam, bam. This guy, we're gonna grain and see what happens. Ooh, we can get a cool little flam from doing that. And then maybe this one will go with and let's make that guy. Bam. So on this last little triplet, I want another point of interest right there. So let's maybe take this hat and let's see what we can do with that. Let's boost, drop it, and do that. Makes kind of a cool little and then let's put one of these right here and drop it. Cut this one. Okay, there's a nice little fill. Bring this down to our fill channel, and then this one I had kind of a fun thing with on the last one. Again, going off of stock plugins, but you know, peep what's up with this. So what I was doing was, this is basically the exact same thing as the repitching delay in Ableton. It just has bigger knobs, which I like. So we're gonna grab this delay time and kind of start, bang, get this springy thing going on. Yeah, oh yeah. And and then we'll flatten that sucker down. And then, man, you should have seen it in the last one. This thing made, yeah, just the longest tail. Oh, the last one was just like it built up to sick feedback. Pardon me. All part of the job. We're gonna compress this one down. And maybe flatten it again, just. Okay. That's cool. I like that. I don't give a fuck what you think. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I would like to hear what you think. You can type it down there below. I won't be sad. I won't be hurt. So there we have a bunch of fills. Let's check it out. Let's hear how it sounds. Oh, the other thing was I decided in the first take.
As a baby girl with the lips. Roar.
Oh man. All right. We're gonna listen through it one time, and then I'm gonna pull up I bounced out the fills that I did in the first video, and you're gonna recognize a lot of the same ways of doing it, but it just goes to show you how many different things you can do really quickly just by kind of mangling shit. So let's take a listen from like right here and see where we're at.
Look for gold in the Colorado mountainside. Look for love in girls' hips. Yeah, I took the gold plus about an extra ounce of eyes. And baby girl with the lips. Rorschach tested, family approved. Ink blotches paved the way to getting paid in my tomb. Murals of my name splattered high for the legacy. And enough cheese to feed the seeds ahead of me.
Cool. So those are pretty good. I might actually bring a file of those in and kind of interplay them with these other ones. But let me just show you the other ones, just for like an A/B of. I made a big thing about it. It took me so long to re-record this video, but honestly, it took me about the same length. So in the amount of time I've been here twice, I guess I didn't replace this one, the other one. Well, I'm just gonna keep both of those, I guess, because I kind of like that one. So here's the other ones.
I took the gold plus about an extra ounce of eyes. And baby girl with the lips. Rorschach tested, family approved. Ink blotches paved the way to getting paid in my tomb. Murals of my name splattered high for the legacy. And enough cheese to feed the seeds ahead of me.
Yeah, so you can see like a lot of the same ideas. But if you remember, that all started with like each of those was just at the most a kick and a snare. Some of them just 4 kick drums. So things to think about: jumping around chains with different things on them, as opposed to fucking mashing up 6 channels of splice samples. Just mangling the audio with different warp modes. Yeah, happy glitching, guys. Fun hangs. Catch you next time.